Spider-Man 3. We watched it. Should you? Synopsis scenario. A strange black entity from another world bonds with Peter Parker and causes inner turmoil as he contends with new villains, temptations, and revenge. Subscribe! This is the Regular Dude Review Show. I'm Ryan Jacob, and I am at the cinema. So it's been a while since I watched Spider-Man 3, and I was just hoping all the hate was just like undeserved, but it's just not as good as the other ones, man. I was getting a little sleepy. I almost dozed off a few times. It's still okay. I was just hoping it was going to be better than I remembered, and better than the internet makes it out to be. It was still worth watching in the theaters, though. Especially just to finish off the trilogy.
This man killed my uncle, and he's still out there!
You're about to get a straight out the theater, popcorn in the teeth, Regular Dude review. With zero spoilers, zero win. We got 4 categories, up to 4 scoops of popcorn equals anywhere from no popcorn to a bucket. Let's see what the movie gets.
Where'd this come from? The power.
First scoop goes to story. There's a lot of contrast in the movies, you know, just between Peter and everybody in his life at the time, MJ, Harry, even Aunt May, and especially with himself. Like, he found himself in the second movie, lost himself in the third one. So Peter was just trying to sympathize with everybody. It worked the first time, and I'm just like, he's just trying to show you that he relates. But then after that, it's just kind of like, I'm Spider-Man, and I catch heck too. There was 3 Ben stories, like what really happened with Ben? Which one do I believe? You know, Flint, there was some character choices with him that just didn't go well, but I guess it really just depends on which version of the Ben getting killed story that you believed. I think he should have fought all 3 of the villains at the same time. I mean, he did fight them in the movie, but not all at once. We should have seen that. I'm giving story a half a scoop. Second scoop goes to performances. This might have to do more with the writing than the acting, but the beats weren't there for the actors to grab a hold of their characters with, and it showed in the movie. It didn't have the heart and whatnot of the second or even the first one. And, you know, everybody's hating on Topher being Venom. I think the main thing, they were just mad that he wasn't like a buff bodybuilder like the Eddie Brock is in the comics. But at least we got a Venom that had a emblem on his chest, you know. I'm giving performances a half a scoop.
Whoa, Spidey, love the new outfit.
Third scoop goes to Theatrics. It was just less mind-blowing. Still had some Raimi-isms in there. You know, a lot to do with the reflections and whatnot. Still, that's a reoccurring theme in all 3 of the Spider-Man movies. Theatrics just gonna get a half a scoop for me. So the 4th and final scoop goes to experience. I was sleepy, kind of almost fell asleep. It just didn't have enough heart. There was a lot going on, and they could have done it right. I think they just quite didn't do it right. It was just kind of a letdown a little bit. So I'm giving the experience a half a scoop.
Remember Ben Parker?
What does it matter to you anyway?
Everything!
Spider-Man 3 just got the Regular Dude review. We're going to do a recap of the scoops real quick and show you what the popcorn size rating is. So the first scoop was story. I gave it a half a scoop. It had less heart, and they were trying to almost like do a Sinister 6, but instead we got a Sinister 3, and it didn't quite work. Second scoop went to performance. It got a half a scoop just because there wasn't enough story for the actors to grab a hold of. Third scoop goes to Theatrics. It gets a half scoop too. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. It just wasn't quite there. Experience, also gets half a scoop. I was just kind of disappointed in this, man. So that equals 2 scoops of popcorn. That fills up a medium popcorn. That's all it's getting. Maybe a little bit too much salt. And my daughter, she agrees with me. It's a medium. She liked the second one more than the first one, but she liked the third least of all, just like the rest of us. Everybody's seen Spider-Man 3, other than all the Bully Maguire memes. Like, what legacy did it leave behind, really? Yeah. And what popcorn size would you rate it?
You knew this was coming, Pete.
I didn't kill your father!
All right, before we get out of here, got some bonus features for y'all. A little bit of movie facts for Spider-Man 3. Now, Sam wanted Spider-Man's mask to be off more in this movie. They wanted to see more of the actor and the emotion and whatnot. And quite frankly, if they're going to do that, they should have put some more emotion in the story. It was there, but I don't know. They did have a first time that they put wires and hooked them up to computer models. So that was pretty dope. I'm sure they do that all the time now. Thomas Hayden Church broke his knuckles when he was swinging at Spider-Man. They didn't replace the bricks with the foam brick like they were supposed to. Sam Raimi said action, and boom, he swung and broke his knuckles. Now, I was wondering in this film, I'm looking and I'm like, sand doesn't look like that. That's way too big to be pieces of sand. And they had to record in some sand, but sand would have been a problem, so they ground up corn cobs for it, and that is why the sand looks weird. So that's corn cob man, not sand man. The girl that sold Jonah Jameson her camera, that was Sam Raimi's daughter, Emma Raimi. And all 3 of the brothers were also in the film. Had the assistant, one of them was the writer, and then himself was the director. So there's a guy who was born without a right hand, Baxter Humby, and they used him to punch through Sandman to get the effects on that. They wanted to split the film into 2 films, so we almost got 2 bad films. And even though they ended the trilogy with this one and then replaced them with Tobey Maguire, they had 3 more movies planned out. I've heard a little bit about the 4th one. I wonder about the 5th and 6th. And some of the noises that they used to film for Venom was a Tasmanian devil.
Subscribe! I need your help. I have to stop it.
For more regular dude reviews and movie news, hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time at the cinema.
This could be the end of Spider-Man.